What is up, guys? It is your host, Daniel. Welcome back to another episode. This will probably be the last episode in this video series. I'm hoping to convert this show into a podcast. So from here on out, I will be slowly releasing these videos. As you can tell, I film these all in the same day. I don't just wear the same shirt and sit in the same spot. I film these all on the same day, and I'm going to slowly release them over time so that can give me some time to hopefully look for some people to interview for a podcast. And that's kind of where I've always intended this show to go, is to a podcast where I talk to different urbanists, people working in the field of vegetarianism, dark sky preservation, urbanism, rewilding, different projects like that. I just want to interview all of those people. I want to make lifelong connections and also network, so that, like I said, I want to at some point get into charity work myself. And so building those connections, building those relationships, and also just providing high quality conversations on these topics, I feel is very important. So with that being said, I'll be slowly rolling out these videos and hopefully looking for people to interview for podcasts. So before we get into today's content, I do have a Patreon. You can search my name, just Daniel McCormick. You can find me there and support me for as little as $1 per month. That keeps the channel going and hopefully supports any future charity work that I do. The second way that you can support is going to thewordwoven.com. The link will be in the description, where you can find 100% organic cotton hoodies. That means the cotton that has going into the hoodie has never been sprayed with pesticides or insecticides, which is great if you have sensitive skin, or if you don't want to develop sensitive skin. It's also great for people who just love the environment, like me. And another thing is that these hoodies are 420 GSM. They are twice as thick and twice as durable as most hoodies that you will find in common retail stores. These are the highest quality hoodies, in my opinion, on the entire market. Most hoodies that are this good are going for around $200. I'm selling mine for $50. I believe in being transparent and honest with everyone. To put it bluntly, my margins on these hoodies for selling them for $50, I make $20 every single time you buy one. So with that being said, every single time you buy one, I get $20, and that goes to supporting this channel and hopefully supporting any future charity work that I might be doing in the future, whether it be education work or actually buying land and rewilding it myself, which is a lifelong goal of mine. I'm setting the very ambitious goal of hopefully buying 1 million acres of land in my entire life. I think that I can way overshoot that, in my opinion, but that's the goal for right now, is getting to 1 million acres of connected wilderness, and hopefully donating it to either the State Park Service or the National Park Service. I would love to do that. So anytime you buy a hoodie, you are furthering that goal. So I would greatly appreciate it if you guys support me either on Patreon or thewordwoven.com. All of the hoodies are designed by me. So with that being said, we are going to get into the final episode of this podcast. This video series. We have been talking about a bunch of different ideologies. And this is the final episode where we are going to be talking about how all of these things connect to each other. We've kind of been sprinkling little interconnectedness, and I'm sure you guys can see how some of these things are interconnected. But this episode, we are going to emphasize it. So let's weave all of these threads into a cohesive ideology. The ideology that I personally called Edenizing. With that being said, this is a philosophy and a practice that seeks to align human life with the natural rhythms and principles that sustain all living things, including us. It's a way of living that embraces the wisdom of the blue zones, recognizes the interconnectedness of ecosystems through rewilding, and cherishes the beauty of the night sky, specifically the dark night sky. And it honors the sanctity of life through vegetarianism, all while building sustainable and vibrant urban communities where economy can still go on. So here are the core tenets and benefits of this philosophy. The respect for life and vegetarianism, both human and animal life, and plant life for that matter. Recognizing the inherent value of all living beings, Edenizing embraces a vegetarian lifestyle. This reduces our ecological footprint, promotes compassion, and aligns with the principles of stewardship laid out in Genesis. A plant-based diet has been linked to reduce risk of chronic disease and increase longevity. That is from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. So who would have known that if we eat the way that God intended us to, we live longer? Who would have thought? Second, urban harmony and car-free living. Once again, we know that car-free living isn't possible for everyone, but I do think it should be a goal for at least some people, for actually a lot of people. I personally do think that at some point in my lifetime, we will see the first car-free city. Maybe not the first car-free metro, although maybe. However, that's not necessarily the goal here. We just want people to have options and to be able to move around and get around in the city without a car. So designing cities for people, not cars, fosters community, reduces pollution, and promotes an active living, which is in line with blue zones. Creating walkable and bikeable urban environments enhances social interaction and reduces our reliance on fossil fuels, which is better for the environment. Urban green spaces contribute to improved mental health and physical health. It also reduces our land use. A bike path and a sidewalk is far, far capable at moving droves of people, unlike the highway system. And that is also the best thing about a train. With only a few meters wide and 2 lanes, at most you typically need around 3 or 4 lanes in a good subway network. But you are talking about moving millions of people per day. The New York Metro moves millions of people, okay? And it does it efficiently and it does it without traffic. All you have to do is within the stations, you have bypasses so that express trains can go through the station without stopping and getting stuck behind local trains. So with that being said, it's better for land use, it's better for our health, it's better for the environment, it's just better for everything. Third, restoring natural balance through rewilding. Reintroducing apex predators and restoring natural migration patterns revitalizes ecosystems and increases biodiversity and carbon sequestration. This approach strengthens ecosystems' resilience and helps mitigate climate change. Rewilding offers a nature-based solution to biodiversity loss and climate change. 4, preserving the night sky and combating light pollution. Protecting the darkness allows us to reconnect with the cosmos and promotes human health and ecological balance. Implementing responsible lighting practices reduces energy waste and enhances our appreciation for the night sky. So this not only enhances our quality of life, but it actually increases the economy because it is not as much of a burden on the energy sector. So with that being said, 5, embracing blue zone principles. Adopting a lifestyle that practices blue zone communities such as plant-based whole food diets, active living, strong social connections, promotes longevity and well-being. These principles guide us toward a more balanced and fulfilling and longer life. The Blue Zones, Lessons for Living Longer from People Who've Lived the Longest. That is an article from Dan Buttner. Dan Buttner is the one who put together the Blue Zones. I highly recommend you go to his website, follow him on everything that he's currently on. And most importantly, watch his documentary on Netflix. It is called Live to 100. It is a eye-opening and beautiful documentary. 6, homesteading and self-sufficiency. Growing your own food, even in small urban gardens, reconnects us with the natural world and promotes sustainable living. This fosters a sense of self-reliance and reduces our dependence on industrial agriculture. This also, not only does it, reconnect us, but it's also about the principles of the Blue Zones. Natural moving, going out and squatting and pulling weeds and doing certain things that's natural movement patterns. Even something as simple as carrying a basket full of food. You'd be shocked at how many people don't carry something heavy at least once a week, especially later you get in life. Whereas if you're gardening and you're constantly harvesting a basket and then you're walking around with it, you'd be shocked at how these little things just compound and they give you years to your life. Lastly, and most importantly, is spiritual connection. Recognizing Jehovah's hand in creation fosters a sense of awe and responsibility towards the natural world. This spiritual connection guides our action and inspires us to live in harmony with creation. The benefits are manifold: healthier individuals, thriving ecosystems, vibrant communities, and deeper connection with the natural world. It's a way of living that honors the interconnectedness of all life and strives to create a more sustainable and harmonious future. Just imagine yourself walking outside of your house. Your house, the front yard and the backyard is a garden. You have a greenhouse with an amphibious pond. And you go outside, and immediately outside to you is a train station and bike lanes, and potentially a pedestrian mall, where you can go and buy anything you need. And if not there, you can hop on the train or hop on your bike, and you're not exposed to traffic. You're not exposed to congestion. You're not exposed to air pollution. And then the night sets, and you enjoy a phenomenal meal with your friends and your family. I personally don't drink alcohol, but for those who do, you potentially eat till you're 80% full, enjoy some wine, dance with your friends, all while living conveniently right near everything that you need. And you look up, and there is the Milky Way above you. There's wolves howling in the background. There's birds singing. Bats are flying. You can just imagine how all of these things can be true. We just have to try to start to bring these principles closer together, and we have to weave everything together. With that being said, that concludes this video series. I might do one more video. Yeah, I'll probably do one more video, and then that one will close out this video series. But with that being said, if you want to support this channel, you can support it on Patreon for just as little as $1 a month. Search my name, Daniel McCormick, on Patreon. You'll find me there, and you can support me there. Another way that you can support is going to thewordwoven.com or clicking the link below to get yourself an awesome hoodie that was designed by me. And it would just be a great way for you guys to support the channel and support any future charities that I choose to get involved in. I really do believe that this ideology is something that should spur some very interesting conversations and some interesting debates. And I truly think that when you combine all of these principles, it truly does give us a beautiful, beautiful picture. And I hope all of you guys can see where I'm coming from, and maybe you don't agree with everything that I'm saying, but maybe you have your own ideology of a utopian world and that you want to try to promote. And I would love to talk to you guys about what you guys think about all of this. And so, yeah, hopefully I can connect with you guys sometime in the future. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time.